Hey, my name is Roger Sollenberger. I'm the editorial director at 3DR. We are North America's largest drone maker. You're here at NAB 2016, and this is the 3DR booth. We're showing off Solo. We actually launched Solo at NAB last year. It won Best Drone, and we won Best Booth, and here we are with Solo again. It's not a new drone, but it's a platform that evolves. So basically, Solo has now become the second version of itself, right? It's kind of like a Solo 2, but it's the same one. So we do this through different kinds of updates. It's a platform. You see here, this is a Kodak 360 VR camera. We partnered with Kodak's camera manufacturer to make it. It's got proprietary stitching for Solo, and it's got a mounting bracket. So this is what Solo is all about. It's about expanding. Behind me, you see Solo flying, and it's got a GoPro on it on a stabilized gimbal. That's how we launched Solo last year, but again, the gimbal platform is open, so you can start integrating different cameras as the gimbals become available. We can do this, or outside partners can do it also. So we're demonstrating a whole bunch of these new accessories. That drone is also flying on a tether, so it has unlimited flight. We've had it up in the air for 43 days in a row before the motors burned out. So you can take that and you can put it up, get shots of a practice, like if you're on a basketball court. Football, you can get up and you can film for as long as you need to. You can pair it with another accessory that we're just launching called a Felix. It's a spotlight, it's an aerial spotlight, we call it Skylight. And you can just pop it up in the air, you can light a scene. You can actually pop it up with your GoPro camera, and you can light your shots at the same time. It's mobile, so you don't have to lift those heavy RE lights and reposition them. You just move the drone over. So that's a bunch of hardware accessories that we're announcing here. We're also announcing some software updates. Solo has, it's the only drone that has automated cinema. So it's not just automated flight, but it's automated camera control. So you can be creative, you can be a director, you can set up your scenes. It's like setting up keyframes, right? You press play, and Solo will guide the camera from keyframe to keyframe that you choose, that you use for like a photographic memory, and it's not just waypoint to waypoint. So we have more of these smart shots. One's called Panorama. Obviously, it's a panorama. You just have Solo up, you set exactly where you want to along the horizon, you press go, and Solo snaps all the photos at the exact intervals. Another one's called Zipline, and Zipline works just basically like you're in a train is the idea, and you're going straight on a track, and you see like a windmill coming, and you watch it go by. So you can fly Solo and have that same effect with a spot lock onto some other object. We've also got Follow. Solo has Follow Me. 3DR actually invented Follow Me technology. We've got a few updates to that. We have updates for Sense and Avoid technology. Sense and Avoid is a big story in drones just this year. DJI launched a Phantom 4 camera, or a Phantom 4 drone, which has forward-facing Sense and Avoid technology on it. And it's cool, it kind of works if you're headed towards a wall or a building or a big tree, but it's only forward facing, it doesn't go side to side or backwards. It also doesn't see things like power lines, it doesn't see things like tree branches, right? So you can see a wall that you're flying to. So it's, it's helpful, but it's not really, it doesn't do anything that you can't do with your own eyes. So we did this with software instead. We don't think the hardware technology is there, and we're launching a suite of Sense and Avoid software that makes the pilot engaged with the environment around him. So he's actually more aware. He's not overconfident, or he or she's not overconfident and trusting a piece of technology that might not work. So we have customized geofencing. You can open it up in the Solo app, and you can draw basically a flight arena. It's a virtual arena around Solo, like you're seeing here, except it's with GPS. So if like, well, there's a building over here, and there's a forest here, and I don't want to hit any of those things, you can draw your arena, and then Solo will not hit those things while you're flying. If you do want to leave it, you can move it while you're flying. So you're not just hemmed into one space, you have to reset it or land again. We also have AR, some augmented reality overlay, where you can see your smart shot flight path in the air, and if you're going to hit a tree or a building before you actually fly it. And we have a really cool feature called Rewind. Solo has a pause button already, so if you're flying, you hit pause, it stops. But now if you hold it, it reverses the exact flight path that you have coming in. So if you get into a really weird situation, say you're in a bunch of trees, you don't want to fly out, you're kind of scared, you don't want to hit return home and have it hit something on the way back, you just hold down Rewind, and if you don't hit anything going in, you won't hit anything going out. So with those three pieces of software, it's sense and avoid, but it engages the pilot rather than abstracting them from the flying experience. So it makes us all more informed and educates the pilot instead of just relying on technology. So that's pretty much the Cliff's Notes that we're announcing here. Solo is a drone that keeps growing. You're not going to have to buy next year's drone to get next year's technology. It's made to incorporate it all.